now your for the advice for the packaging technologies, that is, don't look for the job, go for the business, giving you the very good business tips for the, that is, those who are new coming out from the institute. So listen carefully. So that is switch to, that is, returnable packaging. That is for returnable packaging. This is a one kind of biggest sustainable way to you can save the world. That is how to do this. That is, I am giving you tips. There are many, around 20 tips I am giving you. But is why, that is, but the world is going to switch to returnable packaging. One, that is lower unit lifetime cost, minimize secondary packaging, reduce labor cost, lower disposable cost, return journey savings, increase transit protection for neighbors in transit, hygiene or cleaning, reduced shedding, enhance stacking ability and strength, reduce storage requirements, tracking of containers, that is bespoke size, that is opens, branding potential, environmental benefits, energy conservations, improved company, that is perception. So that is switch to returnable packaging is a new concept in this world. And in United States we are doing, that is, we started to doing this in long back. So you can start in India also. Why switch to returnable pack? That is that there are already, I explained around 20 reasons. That is why, that is, you have to switch to, that is, returnable packaging. Number one, that is unit lifetime cost. While the initial upfront cost of buying returnable packaging is higher than for an equivalent number of corrugated box, this is soon recovered while a longer lifespan. The cost per trip falls significantly. That is making a, that is, reusable packaging setup must more cost effective in the medium to long run than its single trip, that is counterparts. Using preparedness system preparedness system as an example, a single container might cost, for example, that is maybe that is 15 pound. This is compared to with, that is 1.5 pound for standard corrugated boxes. However, over 50 tips, the cost of repainted, that is solution, drops to 30%, and across 200 trips, that is, which are more than achievable depending on handling method. This figure falls is just 7% of your trip. In fact, that is, one early adopter of the repair systems is now saving approximately, that is, 1,20,000 per month per annum, that is having replaced single trip corrugated, that is packaging. For the, you have to should understand, that is switch to returnable packaging business. When you will start, initially your investment will be little more, but for the long term is concerned, I have given example with the corrugated box. I give you example how for long term is concerned, when you will started to deliver 20 30 tips, that is even in annually, it will be, you will get benefited. So in the whole world is doing, started doing for 5 years back, 5 to 7 years back. That is, I have seen in United States they started. So you have to do, that is, if you really want to save this world, that is, you will save this world to sustainable world. You have to do, that is switch to returnable packaging. Secondary packaging, second one, further minimize cost and improve productivity. Single tip corrugated packaging will often require secondary packaging, most typically in the form of tape, stepping, or other methods of closure. Plastic totes or boxes with integral lids and bases that do not require tape eliminates the cost of purchasing this additional inventory. You understand? Closing the corrugated box, then this is also you have to keep the inventory of the tapes, additional cost. Plastic totes or boxes with integrated lids and base that do not require tape eliminates the cost of purchasing this additional inventory. Step by step points that is you try to understand and note down. That is why it is beneficial for long term is concerned. It also prevents one of the main barrier to recycling, having to separate tape from corrugated boxes once they have been used. Similarly, greasy and moisture items would need additional papers, plastics lining or bags to prevent to corrugated material of the outer packaging being damaged. So each and every point why it is that is returnable packaging is so useful and so popular nowadays, that as plastics are resistant to it, they won't necessarily require these additional items you already explained. Already explained. Labor cost, how you can save the labor cost. A more productive workforce. Secondary packaging can also increase labor cost as it effectively adds another process to the assembly. In fact, single trip packaging requires considerably more manpower at the beginning of its journey assembly closer, potentially placing its item in bags, liners, etc., and at the end collapsing, removing tapes, bundling ready for recycling, etc. Therefore, returnable packaging can improve the productivity of your stuff too. So, productivity will increase. A final point of add that returnable transit packaging also has a wide range of dunnage option, effectively insert dividers, layer separators, vacuum from tray, and so on. And this can further increase the efficiency of your stuff and product protection too. This can often be folded flat or nested for return transit. So one by one, that is I am explaining the that is the benefits, advantages of the and the job opportunities for the young, that is packaging technologies, fresh technologies. So they can start the business. Please do this. That is disposable cost, benefits for your customers. Disposable cost, that is with single trip corrugated, there is often a cost of disposal once they have completed their journey, one and only one way journey. That is whilst a lot of this burden will fall on the recipients of the corrugated packaging, there are costs for your business in terms of buying PRN under the packaging waste regulations. Returnable transit packaging will eliminate the need for your customers to dispose of recycle large volumes of cardboard boxes and the associated cost. Instead, your customers can simply collapse, collapse them and send back to you as a return load following their next delivery. And don't forget that is the majority RTP container can be recycled at the end of their serviceable life too. So it is very that is profitable for long term is concerned. Though who will start business initially, they will feel that is okay, initial cost is more, how will do the business. You will get the business definitely when you will complete 10 trips, 20 trips, then you will see the differences, you see that profit. So keep patience, Please, this is my realization, this is my practical experience in United States. So I'm giving you assurance. You take the order for few companies, small companies, medium company. Slowly, when you will get the order from the big pharmaceutical company, big FMCG company, or so on, so you will get the benefits and surely stand in your own feet. Return savings. Fifth point, efficient return transit or of your containers. One criticism of returnable packaging and the specifically molded totes or containers is that it can often result in very inefficient return journey. This is because as the container do not fold flat, they still takes up a whole vehicle load. This returnable packaging has to be folded too in order to occupy small space. You have to always understand. Essentially, you are paying to ship fresh air inside your container, whilst this is fine in scenario where goods may be delivered, finished, or have some other process applied and then returned. It can make it uneconomical of a one-way trip, but unless that trip was going to be empty anyway, there's an easy solution of this forever. Use collapsible transit packaging. This can after use be folded down and returned without taking up much space in the container in the return trip. Once assembled, retainer as a example can typically hold 10 collapse unit for the return journey. So keep in mind, note down all the points. Protection benefits: minimize damage during transit. While corrugated boxes are surprisingly tough and durable, these are certain environment where they will not perform at their best. For example, if that is they get wet, their strength is compensable significantly. That is, this can ultimately lead to items becoming damaged in transit, expensive, and the time consuming returning process, organizing replacements, and deposing or reworking damaged units. That is perhaps as a loss of confidence in your business, it is happened to. so so be confident, keep patience, you will surely get success. These stores avoid being resistant to moisture as well as offering much greater rigidity, strength, and overall performance. Then another benefit is like a leakage, additional protection if shipping liquids. A That is a point which is often overlooked is what happened if liquid container becomes damaged within their transit container. Using an obvious example, if a container with liquid in that is think point this burst or leakage, that is when inside in outer transit packaging, this liquid would be able to leak into and through a corrugated box and cause damage to the surroundings items. Plastic renewable container can generally avoid this, with the material typically being resist to liquids, so chemicals and other substances. This can mean containing the spill, preventing damage or to other products within the shipments. So one by one points that is I am explaining. Please, that is I will come up with more points in my next video. That is so. Please like and subscribe and regularly follow my videos. You will get lucrative effect, and also you will get confident to start the business, even the freshers. Thank you very much for my seeing my video. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you.